Andrew Ravens here of ravensnewspost.com. I just wanted to come on here and run down a news story that I just put up on the website. And I find it hilarious, the gall of some people. Now, I'm going to split this video, or this audio, I should say, into two parts. One, the news story, and then we'll run down last night's WWE Battleground pay-per-view. But apparently, there were some fans. I don't get this. Why do people go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and just shit all over someone? You would never ever meet someone in real life and go up to them and call them any name in the book and just walk away. It doesn't happen. And if it does, most of the time you're going to get punched in the face. But some of these people, which is hysterical, to go on their profiles, either on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and see that they just shit on people all day long. And it's these people that are miserable with their lives, and they just want to make other people's lives miserable as well. But anyway, Lana went on Instagram Saturday, and posted a picture of herself with no makeup. Nikki Bella does it. All the divas do it. Models do it. Everybody does it. No big deal. And they just shit all over her. Which is why you would do that, I have no idea, but they did. And so she posted a video, which we have up on the site now, of her mocking them, which I thought was priceless. But it's just the gall of some people to do that. I just don't get it. We're going to run down Battleground real quick. There were 7 matches, including a pre-show match. Pretty good show. This event took place on July 19th, 2015 at the Scottrade Center in St. Louis, Missouri. It was headlined by Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the Conqueror himself, Brock Lesnar. King Barrett over R-Truth in a decent WWE match. 9:15 on the kickoff show. Randy Orton defeated Sheamus in the opener, which went 16 minutes and 54 seconds. Pretty good match. The crowd was really behind Orton because he was there as a home crowd favorite. And so they really got behind him. Pretty good stiff style match. I really did enjoy that they gave them plenty of time. And I put this on Twitter, at Ravens News Post, that when you have Orton and Sheamus, because so many people hate on this match, most of the time it is during Raw. Well, Raw is 3 hours, and granted, Battleground is as well. But it's just the style, not only commercial, but WWE just takes Battleground more seriously. It's a pay-per-view, obviously. And so when they put Orton and Sheamus, they usually put them in a dead spot. It's usually like the second hour. I cover this for a living, and I hate Raw. And I hate Raw's second hour. But I try to enjoy the match. And they work their asses off, and they do what they can. But the fans, they just don't care. And in this match, you got to give these guys credit. They made the fans care. Primetime Players defeated the New Day in 8 minutes and 50 seconds to retain the Tag Team Championship. You've seen it once, you've seen it twice, you've seen it once again tonight. Bray Wyatt defeated Roman Reigns in 22 minutes and 42 seconds after a strong style big man match. Luke Harper came out with a hoodie on, pushed Reigns into the ring post when the referee was distracted after Reigns threw a bunch of chairs in the ring. That was a setup. Back in the ring, Wyatt hit Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Bam. We have a Wyatt family reunion. I'm very glad to see that. And I mentioned on ravensnewspost.com this morning that Eric Rowan is currently out with an injury. I want to say it's either his forearm, bicep, shoulder, something on that, on his right side of his body, that he suffered a few weeks ago on a live event. So he'll be out for a while. Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio this morning that the original plan was Sting, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns taking on Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan, but with Rowan being out with an injury, those plans are on hold currently. There was speculation that WB might repackage or bring up someone from NXT, and putting them as a new Wyatt family member. I don't like that idea. I would rather them just go with a tag team match with Reigns and Ambrose, or Sting and Ambrose, or Sting and Reigns, taking on Wyatt and Harper, and then having Rowan return and kind of reunite with the family. I never liked the idea of them breaking up the family, but they did anyway. That's their decision. It's nice to see them back together. I like the finish. It doesn't hurt Reigns. Reigns needs to get the hell away from Wyatt and don't bring his daughter back on TV and call it a day. John Cena retained the United States Championship over Kevin Owens via the STF in 22 minutes and 11 seconds. Good match. I like Owens losing here. People don't. Whatever. That's your opinion. I do think, though, that WWE needs to refocus their push on Owens. I get that he was kicking out of Cena's finisher. However, when he first debuted on the main roster, he was different. He was unique, just with the way that he would cut promos and the way he was pushed. And here lately, he's just been another guy. That's a problem with these guys. There's not a lot of standout stars because everyone's just pushed the same. That's why Brock Lesnar's so special. So I liked everything about this match. I just hope that coming out of this show on tonight's Raw and tomorrow's SmackDown tapings, that they just kind of they go back to their original push. That's the only negative I can say about this. I did skip a match on the 5th match. WWE booked a triple threat match between Charlotte, Brie Bella, and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, not Salsa Banks. Sasha Banks. Charlotte defeated them two in 11 minutes and 30 seconds, which was a decent match. When I first watched the match, I thought it was really good. I went back and watched it, and there was some sloppy moments. But aside from that negative part, where there was a few sloppy spots where Brie Bella took that sick bump off the apron, and the girls, Team Bella, was supposed to catch her, but she almost broke her neck falling. I thought that it was a very good step up from original normal Divas matches that we have to sit through. So good part on them. I don't like being someone who trashes WWE, and I don't like to be someone who kisses up to WWE. That's just not my style. You have good, you have bad. You put those 2-4 out there, and then you go from there. And in the main event, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship went 9 minutes and ended in a no contest when the returning Undertaker popped up, hit a choke slam, 2 tombstones on Lesnar, did his pose with the lights going out, walked to the back, end the show. Undertaker Lesnar is obviously going to happen at SummerSlam. I hope that their match is better than what they had at WrestleMania 30. Granted, Taker did have a concussion during that match within the first few minutes of, I want to say, an 18 to 20 minute match. Taker looked a lot better at Mania than he did here. He looked a little older. Other than that, it is what it is. I'm glad to see Taker back. The reason Taker's back is because the ratings are declining. They're doing the lowest averages for Monday Night Raw since 1997, which is terrible because if you recall, WCW was kicking their ass in the Monday Night Wars, and that was the reason that Vince changed it to the Attitude Era, which everyone praises. I lived it. I liked it. I didn't love it. You go back, watch it on the network. It's not as everyone's likes to make it seem, where everything in the world that they did was great. That's just not the case. So whatever they go from Undertaker to Brock Lesnar, that is fine with me. I want to close out the show with some UFC talk real quick. UFC 16 is this weekend. I'm not going to run down UFC 72 just because it just wasn't that newsworthy. Michael Bisping went over, and it was what it was. Anyway, UFC returns for UFC on Fox 16. Main event is TJ Dillashaw making his first Bantamweight Championship defense against Renan Barão. Miesha Tate fights Jessica Eye in the #1 contenders for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. They will fight the winner of Ronda Rousey, Beth Couture. Anyway, at UFC 190. Correa, I'm sorry. And finishing off the main card on Big Fox is Edson Barboza taking on Paul Felder in a lightweight, And then Joe Lozon taking on Takanori Gomi in a lightweight bout. You got 4 prelim cards, or 4 prelim fights on Fox. And then you got 4 on UFC Fight Pass. That all kicks off this Saturday night on ravensnewspost.com. That event takes place this Saturday night, July 22nd, from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Pretty good card. Anyway, so this is Andrew Ravens, owner, operator, and editor of ravensnewspost.com. We'll try to pump out more of these audio updates for all your latest professional wrestling, mixed martial arts news. Keep it locked to ravensnewspost.com. You guys have a wonderful July 20th, Monday day.